Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Solid Gold studio for another bulletin. And this time I just have good news, no bad news at all. And the first good news to share with you is that I've reached another milestone in acquiring 2,000 subscribers now. Now, I know that in the bigger picture, that is nothing compared to some creators that literally have millions of subscribers. But for little old me, who just set out doing this as a pastime, to have 2,000 people in over 186 countries watching my films is pretty amazing. So I'm over the moon. YouTube doesn't tell me who that 2,000th subscriber is, but if you've subscribed in the last week, then it could be you. So thank you very much indeed. And of course, an even bigger thank you to the other 1,999 of you who've been subscribing and supporting the channel these past 3 years. As you know, it means a lot to me. The other thing that is pretty amazing for me is that I'm beginning to be recognised out in the street. Now, it's a little bit, well, I wouldn't say I'm a celebrity, but it's a little bit, what can I say? It's sort of a nice surprise when somebody comes up to you in the street and recognises you from, watching you on the TV. But it's also a little bit scary because I'm usually a very quiet person, keep myself to myself, and suddenly you're aware that people are watching, and that I don't know. So it's a bit of a mixed feeling, but that's happening more and more frequently now. So I guess it just goes with the flow of the thing. The second bit of good news is that YouTube have lowered my payment threshold. If you remember, I told you in the last bulletin or the bulletin before, I can't quite remember, I said that the payment threshold was £100, and if you didn't reach that, then you just didn't get paid. Well, in my case, YouTube have made that significantly lower. So the good news is that that means that I should now receive something each month, even though it's only going to be in the order of £40-50 more. I mean, I'm just guessing at that. But it does mean that at least that will cover the subscription fees that I've paid to get the music for the films, which is, as you'll all agree, is quite essential to what I do. If you can imagine the whole film with just me talking and there was no sort of creative sequence after that, I don't know, that would be pretty heavy going, I think. Only the die-hard historians would maybe sit through just me talking. But I feel that the music is extremely important to presenting the films in the way that I want to. So as I say, that's good news. That's at least some of the cost recovered. Of course, then the pressure's on me to keep posting, because if you don't post, new stuff, then there will be no revenue coming in. So it sort of increases the pressure. When I first started, I was doing it purely because I loved it, but there's now a sort of a, if I need those payments to keep coming, then I'll need to keep producing. So as I say, that's that. But good news, good news. Excuse me while I just have a slurp of my tea. I tend to be, when I'm using my voice, it as you've probably seen, it causes me to cough. It's just the strain on my throat. So I just need a pause for a slurp of my tea. There we go. So the third bit of good news is that the mini-series that I promised you, the first part of that will be released tomorrow at 6 p.m. GMT. And all 3 episodes are up on YouTube already. They've already been posted, and instead of being public straight away, they're scheduled. So that means that I don't have to do anything now. They'll automatically appear at 6 p.m. So there's part 1. Part 2 is due on the 10th of November, and the final episode is 2 weeks later on the 24th of November. And then, of course, there'll be the bumper episode coming just before Christmas, probably a few days before Christmas. One of the reasons for getting that up and done and out of the way is because over the next 2 months at least, I need time off from filming and editing and everything else. I'm having a refit in the office here. This window, which is on the front of the house, and it's a very busy main street in front of my house. I need a new shutter, so I'm having some plantain shutters put in there, which will, one, stop people peering in, but it's also to control the light in here, which is you don't need bright sunlight when you're editing because it's all a bit too much. So I've decided that I'm going to change the office around, move some furniture, put some new furniture in, etc., etc. So just to create a bit more space. So that's going to take time. And it also means that the machine will have to be disconnected and dismantled. So this is another reason why I've put these 3 episodes up, so that that can be released and you can still watch the films without me having to physically put it up each week. So and of course, the other thing, as I've mentioned before, I need time to sit level 2 of my pilot's license. I need to do that. That's an online examination. So again, I can't be editing films when I'm busy doing that. So between now and Christmas, that's what I'm going to be busy with. But in the meantime, you'll be able to enjoy those 3 episodes of the mini-series. I have said in the commentary, the last one, by the way, is an hour and a half long. I could have quite easily split it into 4, but I'd already done the introduction saying that it was in 3 parts, so I stuck to that rather than have to go back and refilm. So there's a little introduction from me, and then the rest of the film is the fly sequences set to music. What I've said in the end comment is that I'm quite keen to see what you all think of it, because obviously it's the first one that I've done where there's no narrative. It's just purely the drone flight and the music. But what I have done is just to add a little bit of interest. I've put subtitles in, so whenever there's, you know, a building or a place, there's a subtitle in there to just say what it is and where it is. So I hope you enjoy it. I think you will. The people that I've met out in the street and out and about have all reported that that's the bit they enjoy most, is okay absorbing the history, but then sitting back and enjoying the aerial photography of whatever area I've been visiting. So I think it'll be popular. But as I say, write to me, let me know what you think, because that's all relevant to what I do. So that's it. I'm going to finish my cup of tea. I'll bid you all farewell, best of health, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye for now.